Hello everyone. So this video is for all of you 2025 batch because in this video we will be discussing in detail for Cognizant GenC freshers hiring 2025 engineering graduates. How can you start your preparation? What are the all important things which you need to keep in mind and everything which you need to know before going forward with the hiring opportunity. First, make sure to apply for this hiring. The hiring window is already extended. Now you can apply by April 25 22nd. So now you can apply till 22nd. You have 7 working days to apply for this opportunity. And also make sure to like this video because we will be discussing everything in detail in this video. So first of all, let's start. So the whole structure of Gen Z hiring states that from 9th April the registrations are already started. Then there will be a screening round. First we need to understand about what is screening. Will they reject the resume? Will they select the resume? Or there is any kind of chances that you will be rejected in this screening? So first of all, the main important criteria of the screening is checking the academic criteria. Okay, academic criteria. So their academic criteria says that you must have 60% in your graduation marks. Okay. So if you do not match with this eligibility criteria or you do not match with the eligibility requirements, then you will be getting rejected. The second important criteria which they say is sometimes they shortlist the resume as well, but the elimination rate is very low in the resume shortlisting. There there can be few chances where the resume based shortlisting can be done, resume based selection can be done. So a very minimal chances of getting rejected in this round in screening. Okay. Then there will be first round as communication assessment. First of all, they will say here 17th April onwards. But this is not fixed because there can be multiple phases in the communication assessment. So this is very important. If you do not get your communication assessment on 17th of April, that doesn't mean that you will be getting rejected, because if you need to understand that the registrations are open till 22nd of April. That guarantees that there will be one communication assessment after 22nd, because there can be some students who will be registering on 22nd of April. That's why there will be one more communication assessment after 22nd. So that's why this will be in multiple phases. So communication assessment will be in multiple phases. Then there is a very important part. If you can see these arrows, it holds a very big value. So यहाँ पर if you can see, they have clearly mentioned all shortlisted candidates will be notified on the hiring category for the interview. But on this arrow, they did not specify any kind of shortlisting. That means it is a non-elimination round, which is round one communication assessment. It is a non-elimination round because when you will be getting your communication assessment mail, they will be also sending you the whole schedule for aptitude and technical assessment. That's why it is a non-elimination round. This is very important. But what is the value of this communication round? So suppose if you are getting marks in your aptitude assessment, you are getting good marks in your technical assessment, then the marks of communication assessment is also included for shortlisting Gen C next role, Gen C pro role, or Gen C role, or rejection. That's why after giving the aptitude assessment and technical assessment, it holds a very large value. That's why the communication assessment is very important. Also, this is one of the most difficult round of Cognizant. The communication assessment is one of the most difficult round from Cognizant because the level is very difficult. Then there is round two, which is aptitude assessment and technical assessment. The combined score of both aptitude assessment and technical assessment, the combined score of both assessments will be evaluated to get the position of Gen C Next, Gen C Pro, or Gen C. So this is also very important to understand that aptitude assessment and technical assessment scores combined will get you shortlisted for these three profiles. Where Gen C Next will you provide you highest package of 6.5, then Gen Z Pro is 5.5, then Gen C is 4 LPA. Okay. First of all, understanding the communication assessment, how you can prepare. So there is reading section, speaking section, fill in the blanks, listening section. Reading section, 22 question, it is easy. Do not You do not need to like prepare much for this. Then speaking section, 4 question, I will be telling you. Fill in the blanks, 32 question, very important, grammatical questions will be there. Okay. Then There is listening section of 19 questions. So this is also very important. There will be listening section of 19 questions. So reading section is simple. You will be getting some sentences. You need to actually read them aloud. You can read the sentences displayed on the screen. Then there is a speaking section. So in the speaking section, you will be getting some different topics. You need to actually choose the different topics. Then you need to speak about them. Okay. So this is the speaking section in which one certain topic will be given. You need to speak about it. Then fill in the blanks, grammatical fill in the blanks. Then there will be listening section where you will be getting multiple accents which you need to repeat. Now coming to the important part. Reading section, no need to prepare much about it. Speaking section, 4 questions. Okay, this is very important. There will be some 4 topics given and you need to actually speak about them. So you can understand like this. Suppose you have 45 seconds to think about one topic, then you need to speak about it for next 60 seconds. So now what you need to do is you can prepare this section by choosing around 10 topics by yourself, and you can speak aloud about 60 seconds about the topic. For an example, you are choosing a topic like my favorite sport, you are choosing a topic like my favorite festival, or your views on IPL, or your views on work from home culture. So any kind of topic you can pick, you can speak about it. That will be a good thing for practice. Then there is fill in the blanks. You can go through the English grammatical rules and you can start preparing by them. Then there is listening section. So there will be many different kind of accents. There will be US accent, there will be UK accent, there will be Poland accent. So what you need to do is you can just search Amazon VCS, Amazon VCS assessment. Okay, so there are a lot of assessments are available on YouTube, so you can go through them. You can listen the sections, you can speak. Okay, so this will be a good idea to practice for this, because Amazon VCS has a lot of sections of listening, so you can get a good practice around it. Then there will be an aptitude assessment, which will be divided into total 2 parts. There will be some arithmetic questions combining with logical questions, which is logical reasoning. Also you may get the questions from DI, data interpretation, also from abstract reasoning. Okay, so this is a whole one section where you will be getting around 30 questions, okay, from aptitude. Then there will be some game based questions. Okay, so see, aptitude is a total different thing for each student, because suppose one student is very strong in one topic but weak in other topic. Okay, so for an example, let's take an example for a student called A, and suppose he is very good at maths but he is weak in logical reasoning. So what he can do is he can practice more questions from logical reasoning. Okay, so he can spend more time with logical reasoning. So this kind of thing you need to actually understand, that you need to analyze yourself the what, that which topic is stronger, which topic is weak. Okay, so that you actually need to understand by yourself. Then you can start practicing the questions from a website like IndiaBix. It is good website to do practice. Okay, then there will be gamified assessment. So I'm just telling you guys one thing. I am already preparing something for gaming assessment, gamified aptitude, but you will also get some 2 videos around it. The videos are available on the channel for Capgemini. So you can just search Capgemini game-based aptitude. You will be getting those 2 videos. But I am preparing something for you guys for gaming assessment. If I get to prepare it by before the technical assessment, I will share with you. Okay, so gaming assessment you can just search on YouTube, you can just search on Google, and you can practice by yourself. Then there is technical assessment. There will be 3 clusters: cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3. Okay, now in the cluster 1 there will be Java, in cluster 2 there will be Python, in cluster 3 there will be C sharp. So you will be getting 2 coding questions based on Java, you will be getting 2 coding questions on Python on cluster 2, you will be getting 2 coding questions from C sharp in cluster 3, totally depending upon what cluster is going to be assigned to you. Now in the technical assessment, there will be 2 coding questions, there will be 2 SQL queries, there will be one website based question. Okay, now to prepare for this 2 coding question, just go through the questions from arrays and strings, because these are the most used 2 topics from the coding sheet, which actually you need to complete before attempting this assessment, because arrays and strings very important, with combining inbuilt data structures like maps and sets. Okay, so these kind of data structures, also questions from array and string, if you prepare 40 to 50 questions from medium difficulty, it will be a cup of tea for you to crack this assessment. Okay, then now we have two SQL questions. So there will be actually two SQL queries. You can practice various SQL queries. Okay, from Google you will be getting multiple SQL queries. Two things which you need to understand: one can be on the basis of joins, one can be on the basis of data extraction. So make sure that you are getting all kind of syntax, you are practicing good about SQL, and you are doing that. Then web based question, there will be HTML, CSS, JavaScript based question. If you don't know about it, don't go in much deep. Just prepare for coding and SQL. If you already have good command around website, then um, web development you cannot actually learn in short span of time. So web development, I would suggest, if you don't know about web development, just ignore it. If you know about it, just play a gamble that you will be solving the question. Okay. And one more thing which is important to understand in this assessment: two coding question, two SQL question. These two things are very important to complete. If you able to complete this, you will be getting the next round. Okay. So this is the whole thing which you need to understand. I hope you guys got it. Thank you so much for watching.